Hey, what's up? This is Kiev NC, and you're watching Vinyl Family on Dope Massive. We heading to Goodwill at Evanston, do a little bit of crate digging. You know, what I love about Goodwill is you never know what you're gonna find. You know, and they say people get rid of their stuff. One man's junk is another man's treasure. He throw out them records, and I flip that record into a beat. So look, off gate, EP and D. I rarely come here and find hip hop records, rarely. So I gotta cop this on GP, just on GP. Gotta get that. I'm not past flipping some Tom Jones neither. I've done it for beat battles before. You know about that one. But you may get lucky and find something really good too. So, you know, that's part of the charm to me about Goodwill. And I go through these whole rows until I find something. I say, where did my passion for music start? I have to say, like when I was, 5 or 6, I always naturally liked music. You know, I come from a musical family. Like my mom sings, my uncles. I got an uncle who had a gospel band growing up, and he played all instruments and sang and played the drums, and I was always around that stuff. So naturally, I was open to it already. You know. Then between my mom and uncle collecting records, and I get to hear all these funk and stuff, disco, from back in the day. I would dig through their records and just listen to stuff, and I just love doing that, That just been with me since I was young, as far as I can remember, The first album in my collection, I almost want to say Michael Jackson's Thriller might have been one of the first records that I actually just, brand new, they got into my collection. All the other stuff I kind of inherited, but maybe probably Michael Jackson's Thriller. I don't think I've ever answered that question for anybody neither. Before I even name hip hop icons, I was exposed to music production when I was young. Being in my uncle's studio, he was recording his gospel band and local acts, so I got to sit in and see how engineers mix and record. I'm talking about the days of analog tape, this is how far back we're talking, and just seeing like my cousin Dave and them in the studio with the guitar and just having people in this actually bands recording music, Then my cousins tried to come out with an R&B group, and I got to see all of that happen and feel like I was in the mix of that. That's what initially attracted me to production. Now, when it comes to hip hop, when I wanted to actually start making beats, my main influence to want to make beats was Pete Rock. So when I learned about Pete Rock and CL Smooth and listened to the production and looked at the album covers and heard the sound, I was blown away. That's when I knew that I wanted to make beats. All right, so I've had a lot of places in Chicago, and I had a lot of beautiful studios, but now that I live here in this house, I got mine set up in the basement, so now I'm confined to go to the dungeon and see these records and this equipment. Here. So remember earlier we went to Goodwill, right? Here's all the records I've been buying for Goodwill that I haven't actually been through yet. So you're talking about somebody who just got like a habit. I just added that one that we got today. I said it here. So these are records I just got from Goodwill and I haven't really listened to yet. So, borderline hoarding, but I actually got a lot of stuff to listen to, man. I'm never gonna run short of vinyl that I haven't probably heard. So yeah, this is the basement, the dungeon where the greedy records get cut into beats. So yeah, and everywhere you're gonna look is gonna be a piece of vinyl. I got vinyl here, 45s over here. I mean, it's all around me, man. There's nowhere you can't go. And I was showing off records up there, but I mean, man, let me show you crazy finds from a Salvation Army. Here's one of them right here. This is Audio 2 Top Billing. I found this in a Salvation Army for $1. It is unopened. I'm talking about mint. This is crazy. Like that's this is that thing I'm talking about when you go to thrift stores, Goodwill, and you find stuff like crazy find. That's a crazy find, you know. And then that same one, I found this one, Jeff Lorber, some 80s stuff, unopened. That was unopened. But yeah, I found this one, JD. Not J Dilla JD, this is a different JD, but that was sealed. Yeah, I mean, I'm just showing that stuff, but it's endless, man. I mean, one of my favorites, Dexter Winslow, love sampling him. Blue Magic, man. Alicia Myers, freaking love Alicia Myers. I'm about to fall out the thing. I have 1,000 of these records, switched on Bach. If you are a producer and you ain't sampled this, man, you probably come to me, I can probably give you a free copy of this one. I got like maybe 5 of these scattered around. And my uncle put me on this one, Bohannon. My Uncle Kevin, you put me on Bohannon. I didn't know about Bohannon until you put me on. Shout out to my Uncle Kevin. And more Bob James. A sealed Commodore's record, never been opened. I probably got it from one of them Goodwill stores I was talking about. Never been opened. Look, another bag of Goodwill records that I probably haven't listened to. Put this over here. I'm telling you, man, it's a lifestyle, man. Just buying vinyl and just, you know, like I said, I'm almost borderline hoarding around here, but yeah. I could literally, it's like going to a shop, you know, like if I was to open a shop in my house, I could sell records, just, you know, forever. I got records here, Joe Tex, just random, Moog, electric, I like Moog based stuff too. Might have got this from Quinn, probably more than likely I got it from Quinn. And people who don't know that name, they'll probably know about the end of your series. Who this Quinn they're talking about? He's like the record god in Chicago. More records. I ain't gonna go through those. More vinyl, more 12s over here. More 12, and it's not on the shelf, you see? So it's like, at some point you feel like it's a digger, you should stop, but you never really do, you know, at least I haven't. Yeah, so if you want to make he said they want me to make a beat on the spot, it's nothing. I got the turntables running and over here into the beat machine. We can do it, man. I can cut up whatever. Yeah. You know, one thing I stopped doing too, you still filming, right? Okay, one thing I stopped doing, it could hurt you as a producer. I got, producers, we get caught up in, oh, such and such used this. Oh, Knife used this. Oh, Premier used that. Oh, yeah, Pete Rock used that. If you do that, you're going to really start closing the square on what you can, or the circle on what you can sample. So I stopped paying attention to who sampled, you know, like if I find a record and 5 other people sample it, that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm gonna flip it like they flip it, you know. I kind of hate it when people started doing that. You know, people, oh, what's name used that? You know, I feel like it's hurting you as a producer. You know, like that's one thing I liked about Dilla. Dilla could flip samples that other people flipped, and he'd do it on his style, and that was dope. You know, I grabbed John Clemmer Hush, then I grabbed Painted Black Soulful Strings, and I kind of low-key know this one is dope, but I haven't really messed with it yet. And Michael Wyckoff, Come to My World. I'll start with the John Clemmer, and I'll go listen to that and see if anything catches me. And if it does, I'll sample it and I'll cut it up. Not bad. And I actually like the chill stuff. To me, I have a thing about sampling, relaxing music before I have sampling something hype. You know, cool. Well, let's see if we can. See what else we got. I'm gonna do this one last, the Painted Black, because I feel like that'll be one I know I could probably flip, but I'm gonna still try to see if I can find something on this Michael Wyckoff. What's the intro? It's alright. Let's see. But I'm gonna go with the Painted Black. I'm pretty sure I'll pull something off of that. I'm gonna put these 2 back over here, and we're gonna roll. Let's see. Painted Black, Soulful Strings. Let's go. Side 1. All right. You already know. Listen. This is hot. Off gate. The Painted Black. The very front. That might be dope. That might be it right there. So what I'm gonna do, because I'm not sure if I'm gonna use the MPC or FL, I'm just gonna get the recording first, and then I'll figure that out. Back, start this, and here we go. There we go. Yeah, that's gonna be it right there. I can hear it. It's plenty. That's plenty. All right, we're gonna stop there. I'm gonna make it interesting. I'm gonna do this on the MPC because if I sit here on the screen clicking, that's not gonna be any fun. Yep. Oh, I'll double a bit. Nope. Randomly, I was thinking about Wu-Tang Cream. It may work, it may not, but as a producer DJ, you find out in a minute, you know. You just experiment and find out if I can catch it.
Brothers respect mine, I ain't gonna take now. Brothers respect mine, I ain't gonna take now.
That's like a hook in it.
Brothers respect mine, I ain't gonna take now. Brothers respect mine, I ain't gonna take now. Bow, move from the gate now.
Yeah. It worked. That was just random. I was like, and see, I had to go up there and dig it real quick and say, oh shoot, where's my Wu-Tang at? And I found it. We got the original music, I say, you know, that we're sampling. I mean, those were bands that were doing their things, and some still are. And then it gets married into hip hop production and production in general, because we sample those old bands to make new music sometimes. So that's kind of cool too. So it all relates. It's like going in circles, you know. Who knows? Maybe I'll produce a record that somebody will sample, and the trend will go on, you know. So that's the beauty of records, man. And they're never gonna die, you know. We can get high tech and as digital as you want, but this media is gonna be around for a long time. It still is. It's here. You know, they said, oh, vinyl's dead. Vinyl is not dead. Vinyl is here to stay, you know. So, hey, man.